Chris, yeah, so I'm here at First Light. Yes, Chris, I'm here at First Light, and it's First Light typically in the rush hour, there's
Okay, I
quite a bit
think
of
we have a bit
traffic
of
and
a
all that.
network problem
Well, on a
right
rainy
now.
morning, you know, it gets worse. So, um, Chris, let me just quickly show you what's happening here. Let me turn my camera so that I can show you exactly what is going on here. Give you a view. As you can see there, there's quite a lot of water here at the First Light, and this is on the side that's going towards Mataheko. As you can see, the entire stretch of the road here is flooded, which speaks to some of the challenges we have regarding our drainage systems. And as you can see, those who are descending from Mataheko coming down, you can see they're driving through a ton of water, hundreds and hundreds of gallons of water streaming down the road. And this is what the drivers are having to contend with. And I'm sure this is what they contend with every single time that there is rain. Okay. And of course, as it goes there, it fades off, and as you drive up the road, the water fades off. But down here, they're having to contend with all this water all the way from the top there. I don't know how far up you can see, but it's a whole lot of water. It goes up about 50, 60 meters up the road, the water, and then you can see there's some kiosks under the tree there. There's water that's piling up there, and it seems to be streaming into the yard in the back there behind the tree. That's right there. So yeah, there's a lot of it's pretty chaotic here, and this is what people are having to contend with. Most of the places, as I was approaching First Light, didn't seem too problematic. There wasn't much water on the ground, and the drainage seemed to have handled their volumes of water. But here at First Light, this is the situation, and this is what people are going through now. And some kids here about to cross over. They're about to cross over the road. Now, this is what they deal with. They're having to cross and trying to decide whether they should cross through the flooded points or, manage it like that and go up and face the cars that are oncoming and try to go. So this is what's going on here at First Light. And it's, yeah, so they have it. Nobody's going to stop for these kids. Everybody's minding their own business, quote unquote, as it were. Let me see if I can attempt to walk with these kids across the road.
Right.
Kids,
Wow.
Okay, so I'm walking. I've just walked across with them on the road, and we are on the other side safely. But yeah, this is what we have to contend with on a daily basis. I'm going to go back to my original points.
Yes.
And Chris, I don't know what to make of this chaos that is. We call what happens every morning. We take it regularly.
Yes.
Happens to us all the time. But hey, we seem to have leaders who are incapable of solving these challenges that we have here. But anyway, this is what we have from First Light this morning.
Right, but does it look like it's still drizzling, or it might still have to rain today? What does it look like out there?
Well, there's these kinds of rainfalls that when they start, it can go on for 4 or 5 hours. Right?
Yeah.
It looks like that kind of a day. It's not heavy. It's not melting down. No, it's very soft and it's drizzly, but it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Right.
The cloud cover looks pretty heavy as I'm out here. So yeah, it looks like it's going to stay like this for a very long time. At least the next couple of hours, it will still be doing this. Yeah, hopefully we're not going to record any major incidents as a result of this kind of rain. So far, a lot of the gutters I passed seem to be handling the volumes of water quite well. Hopefully that will be the case for the rest of the day. But as it were, for now, you know, this area here, and I'm sure there are areas like this around the city that have these kinds of spots going on. Let me take you across the road because I'm also seeing something just across the road here. Let me try and navigate the waters. I'm crossing, going across the side that's coming down from Mataheko down. I want to show you what's happening here. You can see the water is flowing down, crossing the road at this point here, and going down into the drainage on this side here. So if you can see closely what I'm seeing here, there's a lot of water that's streaming down towards the enclave that is down here. Now, I'm not sure exactly where that's going because a lot of it is definitely not going into the drain, but you can see some going into the drain there.
Right.
But a lot of it also is on the main road and flowing and causing, you know, water stagnant here. Some is flowing further down. You know, as you look a little bit further down, you can see the water flowing down. As to who's going to be at the suffering end of this water movement, I have no idea. Yes, this is what we're seeing down here at Kanishi First Light.
All right, but when you look around you, are there businesses that are open? Are there people out there for business today, like maybe those little kiosks,
There's
shops?
food vendors.
Okay.
Well, you can see a gentleman right here who is plying his trade, selling hot chocolate and coffee and so on. He is out doing business. There's a few food vendors that are around. They are open. Let me see if I can take you towards one of the food vendors. I can see a food vendor just up the road there. Let me walk towards that place and just give you a quick bird's eye view of what's happening here. So yes, you gotta eat. Whether it rains or not, you still gotta eat. You know. So hey, as you can see there, there's a store that's open.
Yeah.
So there's a plumbing store there that's open. There's a food vendor here that's also open. Yes, people are gonna eat. You know. So yeah, all the stores here are open. There's nobody that's closed, and as you can see, quite a lot of traffic.
Right.
You know, I don't think this is caused by the rain. No, I think this is just the usual heavy traffic that comes to rush hour when it comes to the this enclave in particular.
Right.
That's what it looks like.
Right.
I'm taking you back across the road again. Enclave here. It's you can see the vehicles coming, and there we are. We should have submarines. We really should have submarines. We should consider having submarines in Accra because these kind of things, situations here. Look at what's going on here with this vehicle that's coming. You see that?
Yes, yes.
Almost, the engine is almost submerged. Look at that. Okay, it's
all right.
Water. Yeah, so I don't know what you think of this, you know, some of the images you've seen, but look at this vehicle here. That's coming, the red one that's coming there. Ah, gosh. Yeah, so this is what we're having to deal with every single time it rains.
Right, right.
But interestingly, we have, yes, go ahead.
Right, but when you look around you, most importantly, are people, you know, taking precaution? Like obviously, when some of the storms happened, we saw, you know, cars parked on the trees and, you know, trees uprooting and falling on the cars, causing some damages to cars and stuff like that. So when you look around you, can you see that people are actually taking precaution? Like maybe no cars parked under a tree, no car parked under, you know, anything that could damage it?
No, Chris, it's not that kind of a day.
Right.
So basically what you're experiencing here is heavy water flow that has come from higher ground to this low point, and because of poor drainage, the water can't flow. Majority of the streets aren't flooded.
Okay.
That I have to make very clear.
Okay.
Majority of the streets are not flooded. This rain is not a heavy torrential rain. It's a light, drizzly kind of rain, but it is consistent and it's persistent, you know, but this is what we have. It's a testament to the poor management of the city's drains. This is what it is. This is actually all that. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So this is what we have from. This is what we have from First Light.
Okay, okay, all right. All right, so there you have it, and Kweku is out there around Kaneshi, and he has actually brought us a report of what it looks like out there. It's, you know, flooding, but it's not that much, but some places are blocked up, and there is traffic, and it seems like our drainage system is still a problem in some part of the country, which I think this needs to be fixed. And also, most importantly, I think if you are, you know, probably tech savvy. You don't even really need to be tech savvy, but it's actually very important for you to listen to the weather forecast before you do anything or before you try to venture out there. Because at the end of the day, some of us knew it was going to rain today. I knew it was going to rain today because I had the weather forecast yesterday. So I had to prepare very early and then leave the house before the rain started. So in as much as a lot of people do not believe in weather forecasts, we can see that these predictions are actually coming true. So please be safe out there, because all this that, I mean, all the information that the Met sends out there are very important for us to plan our day and also to plan our lives. Plan our lives because at the end of the day, we don't want to lose any loved ones in these storms or in any torrential flooding out there. So please, guys, please, 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 it's important for us to take these things very seriously. But we will be having more reports on what's going out there when it comes to the rain. So please do stick and stay with us. All right. Okay, we actually have Eno on the line. One of our reporters, Eno, on the line. She's my colleague, actually. So, Eno. Hi, Eno.
Chris.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. So where are you right now?
I have been able to drive to safety.
Yeah.
The Taifa. So I'm on the Pokuase Ofanko highway stretch, and I'm trying to walk back after driving from the flood. As you can see ahead of me, there's a bit of traffic because people are stuck. You have to maneuver through the rain, which I have done successfully to a point where there's no water and you can drive safely.
Right.
So I'm walking back. There are some cars on the road, if you can see them, in the middle lane, which normally has no access route to the community surrounding the Ofanko-Pokuase highway stretch. There's a lot of water. Some cars are stuck. Some are trying to turn around to return to Pokuase so that they can use the sides. But unfortunately, the sides are also flooded. So it's a bit difficult to maneuver. So all the way from the Ofanko roundabout till you hit Tantra Hill, it's flooded. You cannot come out of your car. You have to find ways to, you know, just stay in the water and drive safely and hope that the water does not enter your engine. So that's what is happening on this stretch.
Yeah, so for how long have you been driving for?
Chris, say that again.
For how long have you been driving for?
I've been driving for almost 40 minutes now.
Wow, and it's been the same situation. Hello?
Hello, Chris, say that again.
Yeah, so you've been driving for 40 minutes and it's the same and it's been the same situation all through.
Yes, the same situation all through. These cars that are parked here were able to pass through the water, but I think the water has entered their engine, so they're stuck in the middle of the road.
Wow, wow, wow.
So they're all parked on the side of the road because they can't continue. I think water may have entered their engine. There's no one there to speak to, and at this point, I can't cross the road because when they get, this is the point where the floods stop, if you can see that. Where the floods stop. And so most of the cars, when they get through here, go at rampant speed. But these cars in the middle of the road, they're stuck. They probably are facing water damage to their engines. And I'm trying to draw closer to see what these gentlemen are doing with these cars. It seems as if they're spoilt, and they're assisting the drivers to push the cars out of the floods. So that's what's happening here on the Ofankor Highway stretch.
Right, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And but if you look around you, are there any pedestrians around?
Is that what?
Are there any pedestrians around? Are there people walking on the street?
Yes, we're standing here unable to get a car because most of the cars that already come here are full.
Right.
So that's the in here.
Wow. Okay, so while they wait for the cars, the pedestrians, while they wait for the cars, do you think they are in safe corners?
So it's only the road that is flooded. So they're standing on the sides of the road waiting patiently for maybe cars that have space in them for them to join.
Right. Thank you so much, Eno. That looks like a lot of water. Please do take care of yourself, though. If it's too much for you, please find somewhere and park because we don't want your engine damaged too. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Eno Safo, who's a journalist right here, and you heard it from her. And obviously that's another part of Accra, around Taifa and the flood. We all saw the flood. We all saw the water. And I don't know. I don't even know what to say right now, but if you're out there, please do take care of yourself. Please call your loved ones, okay? If it's not necessary to go through those floods, they should not. Because, like she said, some cars have been damaged already. So please, 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 do take care of yourself. If it's not necessary to go out, just stay where you are. Just stay where you are. It's the rainy season. It's not going to stop now. It's going to continue raining until, the season says, okay, it's over, all right? But anyway, I think we have to go back to Kweku and check out what he's doing right now. Hi, Kweku.
Hello. Hi, Chris.
Yeah.
So I'm still here at First Light, just observing the different things that are happening. Earlier I helped some little kids walk across the road.
Right.
But I also saw a scene a few minutes ago whilst Eno was on, where kids were actually playing in the water. The flowing water. They were having fun, and playing in the water. So yeah, there's different, I guess it's different strokes for different folks.
I know,
right?
different feelings everywhere.
I know, yeah. So that's really what's happening. But business is still going on. Food vendors are out. They are selling. Those under canopies, those in kiosks. It's like business is normal. Nothing has stopped. Whether it's wache, kinky, whatever, it's still going on. And then a lot of stores have opened as well, especially on the stretch that's coming down from Mata.
All right, Kweku, can you hear me? All right, it seems like we've lost him. Wow. Is it Tantra here? All right, so what we just saw right now is Adabraka, and that's the Sahara Park. And as you can see, it's all choked up. People are walking through the rain, and some are trying to, be safe and find safety in the corners of the road. And if you look very well, you can see on the waters that there are a lot of trash, a lot of plastic waste. And I feel like this is where, oh my God, somebody is even swimming through. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of water. And you see, this is not only an issue of choked gutters, but it's also an issue of the plastic waste. And I think something really needs to be done about it. Something really, really needs to be done about it. And as you can see, that gentleman is trying to cross these waters with his bicycle. Fortunately for him, it's not a car, because obviously we can hear what is happening to some of the cars. With some cars, being affected, the rain affecting their engines and parking in the middle of the road because of the extent the water has gone. And I'm sure these little structures are for food vendors or vendors. That means people doing their little businesses. So for those people, that means business is over for the day. Wow. Something really needs to be done about our drainage system. And this is Kwame Nkrumah Museum right now. It's not as bad as it looks at Adabraka, but obviously there's a bit of, flooding there. And the cars are taking it easy while they drive through. So that's the Kwame Nkrumah Museum area. Yeah. Like I said, it's not as bad as what we just saw at Adabraka. Pedestrians can still walk on the pavement, and the cars are just going through. Even though it feels like probably there's still going to be a bit of choking somewhere, because obviously that's why the waters are on the streets like that. Wow. It's an angry man right there. Wow, so we just saw different parts of the city, and as you can see, it's different levels of flood everywhere. Some bad, some very bad, and some people are just trying to manage. This just brings us to the issue of, our drainage systems. The drainage systems already exist. But how are we keeping these systems around us? There are gutters right there. There are gutters in front of your shops, in front of your houses. But how are you keeping it? Some people sweep and put all the dirt or trash right into the gutters. This is the result you get. Everything gets choked. And then we come back and cry. We cry on social media. We cry to the government. We cry to everyone that wants to listen. We come on, even if we open the phone lines right now and we ask you to call in, a lot of people are going to call in crying about the drainage system. But the truth is, are you doing your bit in keeping these systems free? Are you doing your bit in keeping your environment clean? You can keep your house clean, but what about around your house? We are experiencing the results of our own making. We just saw Adabraka. The waters are everywhere on the street, and yeah, we can see it right now. And you see, it's not just about the waters. What actually annoys me is the trash. The trash is like the trash flowing on the water, the plastics flowing on the water. We have a problem, a very big problem that we need to be dealing with. The plastic use is too much. This is going to cause a lot of environmental harm. Already we are going through things that we do not understand. Our weather is changing, and that's because of climate change. And now we will have to be dealing with this. And let me remind everyone that this is not, we can see this as just a problem of rain, but at the end of the day, our health will be affected. Like Kweku said earlier, some kids were playing in the rain. Some kids were playing in the rain. And at the end of the day, playing in dirty water, we know what that can cause. So our health is at stake. Our environment is at stake. Everything around us. We really need to fix our behaviors. Because I don't even want to just say, blame the government to say, oh no, we need more drainage. Yeah, we might need more drainage systems, but we need to do our part as human beings. Our kids, our kids' future is at stake right now because their health matters. If kids are happily playing, yes, we can say they are happy and all that, playing in the rain. It's fun while it's happening. But when it causes any health problems, that family is going to cry again. So ladies and gentlemen, I think we really, 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 really need to take care of ourselves, take care of our environment, and do our bit when it comes to keeping our environment clean. We'll be trying to get more reports. Okay, this is Tantra Hill actually, and as you can see, that feels like a lot of water, and it's also reaching in front of the gates of people. So that means if people live around there, it's going to be hard for them to come out and even stand in front of their gates. And if this continues, who knows, it might just enter their houses. Wow. That's a gate right there, and it's completely blocked with water. And mind you, this rain started this morning and it could keep on going throughout the day. We don't even know. But it might just keep on going. Right. Right. Wow, we just saw different parts of the city and how the rain affects them. And like I said earlier, we also need to do our bit when it comes to protecting our environments. We don't have to just sit down and just blame the government for everything. I know some people will say, oh, it's because we don't have enough drainage systems. The drainage systems are there, but what are you doing? What are you really doing to keep those drainage systems clean so the water can actually flow? A lot of all these problems can be avoided. We are actually going to cross over to Chris Kevin Esima, who is at Adabraka at Sahara Park. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
Well, I can say same because, Chris, I'm here at Adabraka Sahara Park, and the situation is terrible. I'm here at Adabraka Sahara Park. You wouldn't be able to even move around. I can tell you currently that I am on an island. I tried earlier on trying to come into the communities to assess the situation, and a bit stranded now in going back. If you come to Sahara Park, the road leading towards Odo, there is no way you can pass. Vehicles have been asked to turn away. Residents who have motorbikes have parked on the side, and they are stranded. School children are also stranded on the walkway. And it's a terrible mess here at Sahara Park, Chris.
Right, right. So obviously you are around the people. So how has it impacted the people? Because from the screen we can't see the people and how they are feeling. But how has this impacted the people?
So business has totally shut down in this area. All shops that were opened for business have had to shut down because they are trying to prevent water from getting into their shops. Others are out there with broomsticks trying to sweep away garbage that is floating on the surface of the water and trying to also see how that would help move the water from their shop. It's a terrible situation, but Chris, in just a minute, there's a gentleman here with me who has locked up his shop, also stranded in front of his shop because he can't move and he can also go back into his shop. He's just here with me briefly. I would just speak to him. Say, Pacho, what me want to shop him. Then I'll person yes say because me who say which name him ha che person ko ni then e koso.
The story there, civil and Sonny there, I so serious. It's going to be a shop, no be a shop, no ever say. No ever say. Yes, government there, on your BB. From there, almost for 8 years in there. Ultimately, you got an muda. I'm going to say, assistant, you won't say you're quite and you're going to phone penny for some other. I won't be your money. I won't be your money. It's too serious. We just talk 2 minutes. And you cry, so I can't afford penny for some other. I won't be your money. Another party be the time, no, there. No, yes, I say party be time. So, to be to say 2 hours, 3 hours, cry. By this time, no, about me, I buy, say, there. It's so talk 2 minutes, simple. I am so serious.
Now, almost say because of global warming, say we are society. A global warming account, but young cancer in the upper say Debian Shotobiano, dear senior.
Debia from another by from 2020 about 2024 2 serious because from 4 years now got a beer no ayajimuda assemblyman Adabakele me 2 challenge man say I'm can tell got away this month this way no you that 2014 and I started say you got a Adabaka run from 2020 about to 2024. Minister Zoom Lion or Chroma for me, sure from 2024 crime, Zoom Lion, the whole year.
All right, so Chris, that's just one of the residents who is also stranded with me expressing his frustration. Well, he has also said that the sanitation situation here is part of the problem because if you come here, you will see a lot of waste floating on the water. He's actually saying that he doesn't see the sanitary officers coming regularly to take care of the field, and he's also challenging his assemblyman to find out what are the flood mitigation measures the assembly is putting in place, because he says that for the last 4 years, 6 years coming, the situation becomes worse, and he's actually trying to say maybe it's the government that is failing them, but he's saying that the situation has increased in the past years. And Chris, like I can tell you, I am currently stuck at my place now because the water has covered the whole place and it's getting to my knees, and I can't actually move. And it's a terrible situation.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. But please be safe, get to safety, and take care of yourself. And you can come back to work only when the water is down, right? But thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Chris Kevin Esima live from Adabraka, Sahara Park, and he's a reporter right here at Channel One TV. We are also moving over to Ofankor Road to talk to Fred Duho, who is actually a reporter here at Channel One too. Hi, Fred.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. So what's the situation like right now at Ofankor?
Well, the situation that anyone traveling from the Ofankor side heading towards Accra, then traveling the situation is such that a portion of the Taifa junction has been targeted for submerged waters, and that is what gets people in the spot. Vehicles that are heading towards Accra will have to take it very slowly, moving time, and that is causing very serious for people who are heading towards Accra for work or for any other business. And I can estimate that you're going to be distracted for the next 30 minutes to an hour before you can access the water in the road. Now, this is happening because of the poor engineering work in particular. This is because if a look at the road and the Taifa Junction area, the road is kind of low, so water has covered the pool of water there. That's so much that the vehicle can't drive at the level of speed they have to move. Some of that now go as low as 5 kilometers per hour on this particular stretch at the moment. Now, those heading towards the road is despite the fact that you also have to slow when walking through that particular water that are gathered around the town. So generally, drivers and passengers, workers, people who are heading towards this morning, have to wait or have to stay in this traffic for the next 2 minutes to an hour their way through the flood to Accra.
Right, but do you know how long it has been raining for? Do you know how long it's been raining, pouring basically?
It's more than some 2 hours, for example, taking into account the fact that the rain is from things. Rain heavily at certain points in time, and then it is drinking at the moment where we are. If it should rain much later than it is, or it's happened earlier in the week, it will mean that the traffic situation will get very worse, and people can't even cross the flow of water that is gathered in the stretch. Currently, if you walk through the water that has gathered in the stretch, you should be able to get to the knee level. And the bigger vehicles, the trucks that are heading towards the car, they are able to drive at a certain level of speed because their vehicles are elevated above the saloon car. The smaller vehicles, they will need the support or a push from some 5 young volunteers who are on the stretch, pushing these smaller vehicles through the flood waters. So if it doesn't happen that way, you may end up in your engine, or your engine may malfunction when the water enters the engine component of the vehicle. So it is quite a slow pace. People are moving at a slow pace on the stretch heading towards Accra. So the situation there means that either the fire service, if they are watching or listening, they can probably come and then use their vehicle to suck the water off the stretch to pave way for vehicles to be able to move speedily.
Right, right. I'm sure you're probably on your way to work, but if you're on your way to work, let's just ask, do you have a time estimate of when you think you're going to get here?
In other parts, I was at work earlier and heading towards Park. I came out because of the flood situation. We received reports that some water has gathered on the stretch, and that is caused a report. And that is why we are doing some checks on the stretch, see where people are facing convenience on the other stretch. So, luckily enough, we are facing towards the Manku area, and that entire stretch is free. While we look towards the opposite direction, vehicles moving towards Accra are in the gridlock heading towards work.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Fred Duho, who is actually a colleague and a reporter here at ChannelOne TV. And obviously, we have seen the situation around town. It's not just heartbreaking, but it's also worrying, because this does not just affect one part of our lives. It affects the environment, it affects your health, it affects your pocket, because obviously your cars are also going to take the toll. But this is a big call to each and every one of us to play our parts. If the government has a role to play when it comes to the drainage systems, the roads, I think it's time for you to take accountability and play your part. And as a citizen, your part is to clean your environments. Don't throw things into the gutters, because you are actually blocking the gutters. We saw what's happening in Adabraka. People are swimming in, not just swimming in water, but they're actually swimming in water that has a lot of, trash around them. So you don't know if you're dealing with the water, you don't know if you're dealing with the trash. It's just a lot of things to talk about. But most importantly also, I think it's important for us to take care of ourselves during this season. If it's not important to be out there, please, please, please stay at home. let's just avoid any problems, because as we can see, there are already a lot of problems that we're dealing with. We do not want to lose any lives. Keep watching, and, you know, we'll be bringing you more on that.